Okay, let's go ahead and go through the answers, everybody. The idea was abstruse. So this is a idea that's difficult to understand. So the correct answer is going to be perplexing. Some ideas that I find very abstruse are about general relativity or quantum mechanics or even some math concepts. Number two, he played an auxiliary role. So this is a like a helping role. You know, you're there to help. You're there to supplement. So the correct answer is C. Presidents are often caricatured. Think of when you go to a fair and they have that artist on the side who will draw your facial features in an exaggerated way. That's what a caricature is. And when it's used as a verb, it means like mocked or satirized. So the correct answer is A. John's depravity is conspicuous. So John is just not a good guy. it's John is up to no good. His wickedness is visible. All right, let's move on. Number 5, she was a dilettante in the field. This is a person who maybe dabbles in the field, maybe has some experience in the field, but is still an amateur. We cannot accept the effrontery, like, how dare you? And it's a little bit confusing because there's also a word called affront, which is spelled with an A, and it's actually kind of similar, so it's a little bit confusing, but this is going to be the disrespect. They encroached on the tribe's lands. So whenever you encroach on something, you essentially violate borders. You know, you get up in somebody's personal space or some group's borders or whatever. So in this case, the best answer is going to be trespassed on. Now, when people encroach, they often steal or settle or raid, but that's not the definition of it. So again, don't tell yourself a story. We're just looking for the definition. They chose to endow the project quietly. You probably heard this word like a college's endowment. It means kind of like their money fund. So this is going to be a fund as a verb, of course. Number 9, she entreated him before he left. The easiest way to think about this is like a dog treat. What does a dog do when they want a treat? They beg. So C. He had become so gregarious, sociable, talkative. So we're going to choose D there. So basically, this is the life of the party, kind of when they go to a party. Number 11, the announcement felt like an indictment. So whenever somebody gets indicted, they are accused by the government, in some cases formally charged, or maybe they are charged, but they are accused or charged by the government for committing some crime. So the correct answer is going to be E, accusation. Number 12, she had become indignant over time. Think of somebody who's just bitter, easily angered, dissatisfied, discontented. So the best answer is going to be E, angry. I hope none of you are indignant. Life is too short to be angry, right? 13, they faced an I don't know how to pronounce it, but it basically means an inevitable truth, something we cannot escape. The example that I like to use is we're all going to die. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It kind of gives life meaning, right? Imagine if we lived forever. Life would have no meaning. The days and the years would bleed together and we wouldn't be able to differentiate them. 14, he gave her an inquisitive look. Think about when you inquire, you are trying to get more information, right? So the correct answer is going to be curious, trying to get more information. She was given more latitude this time, not latitude in the sense of the longitude and latitude on the globe. Latitude has this other meaning, which means scope or freedom, like the kind of ability to do more, to make your own choices, basically. There was an air of levity in the room. Is there elevate? There we go. Think about elevate. Everyone's moods are elevated. So the correct answer is humor. Everybody's just kind of happy and, cheerful and smiling. 17, Jimothy, my favorite name, gave a malevolent glance. Think about the Disney movie with Angelina Jolie. She played an evil character, or at least supposedly. I think they're trying to turn a lot of evil characters into not evil characters in modern Disney. So the correct answer is hostile. 18, they asked him to mediate. Again, think about a mediator. What does a mediator do? They act as a neutral third party to try to solve conflict between two aggrieved parties. So the correct answer is going to be make peace. This cream can occlude the pores. Does that sound like a good thing? You don't want to always go by sound, but this is a bad thing. It's going to block the pores. She tried to pacify the group. Think of a pacifist. It's a person who doesn't believe in war in any circumstances. And so if you try to pacify, you're trying to calm everybody down. E. Moving on. 21. People thought he was a paragon. You've probably heard this phrase like a paragon of virtue. It means like the best example, the ideal. 22. Nobody likes to be patronized. Patronize has two meanings. If I patronize your store, I'm spending money. But if you are patronized too, somebody is being condescending to you. So the correct answer is going to be looked down on. He lived a penurious life. Again, a word that I think you just have to study. It does come from the noun penury. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly, which means related to money. I'm not exactly sure if it means related to lack of money, but I know it has something to do with money. So penurious is going to be poor. 25, the discussion took a piquant turn. Two meanings. When you're talking about food, piquant means kind of like spicy. Like it has a little bit of flavor to it. And really, the discussion, it has a similar meaning. Think of a spicy discussion, a stimulating discussion. So the correct answer is going to be D. Like, spice it up, spice up your life, right? It means like make it more stimulating. 25, corruption was rampant in the state, which means it's just everywhere. It's just, you can't escape it. He felt remote during meetings. Think about if a house is located in a remote location. It's far away, it's distant. And think about that with your brain. You're very detached from the meeting. 27, only a reprobate can complete this mission. Think about Star Wars, Han Solo. You need the scoundrel or the rogue to complete the mission. So the best answer is going to be the villain. I'm not getting in that turbid water. So whenever water has a lot of turbidity, it means it's unclear. You can't see through it. There's a lot of particulates or particulate matter inside of it. So the best answer is going to be cloudy. It's not necessarily polluted. It could be, but it's not. That's not the definition of it. And then finally, two more. His writing had become turgid. So when something becomes turgid, it swells up. Think about if you get injured or if there's like a dead animal in the lake or something. I know that's kind of gross. But over time, the body bloats, right? It bloats up. The same thing can happen to writing. It becomes very bloated, too detail heavy. So the correct answer is going to be inflated. And then finally, her response was vacuous. The easiest way to think about this is vacant, like a vacancy at a hotel. It, of course, means there are empty rooms. So this is an empty response. The correct answer is D. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Talk to you later.